Hello, welcome to Viking Views. I'm Alex Missey. Missouri Valley College held its annual career fair in the R. Wilson Brown Room. With a variety of vendors participating in the fair, Viking Views' Nayla Lawrence has the story.
Over 26 vendors filled the R. Wilson Brown Room to give Missouri Valley College students a chance for internships and jobs.
I think overall it went very well, and this year we had much better participation, coming looking professional, so very, very successful. I was very proud of our students coming in professional attire and serious, having their resumes ready. It was very exciting.
There are plenty of career opportunities with UPS, even though we have part-time jobs and we also have career jobs as well. So just to get our name there and get that information out to the students.
We gave information to the students about different job opportunities with State Farm and the fact that it's not just about insurance.
I talked to Fitzgibbon, their public relations specialist people. Talked to this other company, I don't remember, but they're pretty legit. They hire a lot of interns and the pay is good and it's real life experience for public relations, which you don't really get with Fortune 500 companies, but it's worth it.
Next year we will be in the new facility, our new student center, and so I hope to have more vendors or more career opportunities for our students.
This is Nayla Lawrence reporting for Viking Views.
The career fair exceeded its goal of having more than 100 students participating in the event. According to the Walden Behavioral Care website, 40% of female college students have eating disorders. MVC student Autumn Leitza contacted campus counselor Teresa Selesky to share her story to MVC students. Viking Views' Janelle Garcia has more.
MVC student Autumn Leitza spoke about her eating disorder to help people through her struggle.
I went through a lot growing up, and I just felt like there were people out there that needed to hear it. And I have friends that'll come up to me and open up and talk about how much they've struggled throughout their life. And I just felt like people that are close to me that aren't comfortable even telling me, how many people out there don't have anybody to talk to. And I just feel like somebody needs to step up, so that's why I did that.
Leitza grew up in a normal family household and played sports as a kid. Being teased in middle school triggered her to develop low self-esteem, which caused her an eating disorder.
I didn't brush my hair, so it was just this curly mess. And people always made fun of me, and they're like, why do you wear that? And you're such a tomboy, and all this stuff. And I didn't really care, but deep down it hurt. It hurt really bad. I just never showed it. I had my hair up one day, and this guy told me, you look really ugly with your hair up, keep it down. So I would never wear it up. And it's like the little things people say to you that you don't realize how much it actually hurts.
Negative comments from family also played a role in her eating disorder.
I had 2 donuts, and I went on a drive with my grandma. And she used to deny it, but I remember it. I went on a drive with her, and I was like, Grandma, I'm hungry. And she was like, you know, Autumn, one day you're going to be obese, and we're going to all stay in here and laugh at you.
Leitza's low self-esteem carried on with her when she entered high school.
Freshman year, I made my group of friends, and I started looking at all the other girls, and I was like, they're really pretty. And then I looked at myself, and I was disgusted with myself. I didn't like who I was. Thought I was gross. I started straightening my hair every day. People always ask me why I don't straighten my hair over here, and I don't straighten my hair because I used to straighten it every day for 3 years because I wanted to fit in with the skinny girls who had the straight hair and all the money and all the boys like them.
March 8, 2011, Leitza attended rehab.
I prayed and prayed to God, and I was like, God, I'm sorry, forgive me for everything I've done. Please just release me from everything, like I can't take it anymore. And from that day on, I was there for 3 months, so that was probably like the month and a half point. From that day on, people told me they saw nothing but progress for me, and they saw me getting better.
Leitza shared what she learned when she recovered from her disorder.
Just being able to love yourself is one of the most amazing feelings in the world. Knowing like where you started and how far you can make it. And like everyone's going to be different in this world, and not everybody's going to be the same. And you just have to learn to be yourself, because you were born that way for a reason. Like, you were born an original, don't die a copy.
Leitza says communicating is the first step for seeking help.
Just telling somebody, just opening up to somebody, whether it's your best friend or your parents or like an aunt or an uncle you're close to or a counselor, just telling somebody.
MVC student walked away with advice from Leitza's speech.
Definitely learning to love yourself, because that is something I've kind of always struggled with, is confidence, and hopefully someday it gets there.
It meant so much that I had a big support system, that my family came and my friends all came, because I'm not used to that. I didn't have that growing up, and at my old school in high school I didn't have it. So coming here and meeting my Greek family and my softball team and other friends I've made, and then my mom drove down here to watch me, it just meant a lot because I felt like people actually cared about what I had to say.
I am Janelle Garcia reporting for Viking Views.
If you'd like to share your story or you would like to talk to someone, you can contact school counselor Teresa Selesky at seleskyt@moval.edu. The NAIA South Conference Tournament was hosted at the Burns Athletic Complex. The tournament featured 3 teams ranked in the top 10. The tournament lived up to the hype with an exciting opening round game between the 4th-ranked Missouri Baptist Spartans and the 9th-ranked Missouri Valley College Vikings. Missouri Valley College men's volleyball team started out rough against Missouri Baptist in the opening round of the conference tournament. Going down 2-0, the Vikings had a tough road ahead of them. The younger guys stepped up their game and played for the seniors on the team, making sure it wouldn't be their last.
We were said, all right, this could be the last game of the season, the last game for our 3 seniors that were playing with us that day, and we said, all right, we got to push for it. Let's do it.
MVC won the next 2 sets, evening the match at 2 sets apiece, forcing a 5th set. The Vikings started off hot, holding a lead as the team switched sides. The team went on to win the match in 5 sets, giving the seniors their first win against Mo Bap in 2 years.
It felt amazing to beat them. It's been a long time. Last time we beat them was my sophomore year.
The win gave the Vikings their 23rd win of the season, setting a school record for single-season wins. With the win, the championship game would feature the 9th-ranked Vikings against the 3rd-ranked Park University Pirates. The winner of the championship game would receive a bid to nationals in Denver, Colorado. Park opened the match with a close win in set number 1 and did not let up. The Vikings played Park close but lost the match in 3 straight sets, making them runner-up in the conference tournament. The Vikings had a successful season, having 2 players receive all conference honors, while the team finished the season with a record of 23-11. The Missouri Valley football team will have to move on after losing its longtime assistant coach, Denny Honnold. Viking Views' Phil Fowler has a story on how his replacement is already making his presence felt.
2013's #1 ranked NAIA defense welcomed its new coach to the team during Valley's opening week of spring ball. Coach Lavell Jackson played and coached at the University of Sioux Falls before becoming the defensive back coach at MVC. He was a first-team all-conference player and helped his team become back-to-back NAIA national champions. Jackson played at a high level and pushes his guys to do the same. He says that he holds his group to a high expectation. He expects to make an impact on this year's defense by making sure that his guys follow the model that he sets for them.
You got your 6 basics is what I tell my guys all the time, and you got your 3 weapons, your eyes, hands, and your feet, okay? And I just plan on developing them, as men as well as football players, and for them to meet the standard that I've already set for them.
Michael Barnes, the only returning starter in the secondary, says that having a coach who's had success on the field will be beneficial for the group.
He knows a lot of information. He's been to the big games that we wanted to go to. He won national title game, so he knows how to get there, and he knows some things to help us get there.
Christian Walker says he looks forward to being led by a coach that they can all relate to.
It's one thing having a coach who actually played the position, you know what I mean? It's one thing to play for somebody who's intelligent and knows a lot about the game, and then it's actually something different to play for someone who has been in your shoes before.
Coach Jackson says that communication is the most important element of being a successful coach. He isn't wasting any time connecting with the guys in his group. Walker says that the intensity that Jackson brings to the defense is already carrying over.
You get a new coach, you may think that you can kind of get over because he's gonna be nice to everybody because he's just new here, but he busts his balls. He takes no plays off or nothing like that. So he's kind of bringing a new tempo to the game.
Jackson has shown how intense he is, but says that his emotion comes from his obligation to each and every player.
My job is to coach and to love them. And if I can get that instilled in them and then they can start loving each other, okay, I've done my job as a coach.
Coach Jackson says that he strongly believes in the 5 Ps. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. He says that as long as he's prepared, you can expect his guys to be ready to go. Phil Fowler, Viking Views.
To get an early glimpse of what this year's MVC defense looks like, make sure to attend the spring game on April 28th at 6 p.m. 2013-2014 school year is wrapping up, but preparation for next year has already begun. Students have started selecting their housing options for next fall in a different process from years past. Missouri Valley College has several options for housing to accommodate the needs of all students. With 30 options for housing, MVC has separated 19 options for guys and 11 options for girls. The housing options are separated into 4 tiers. The lowest price tier costs $2,150 per year, and the highest price costs $2,650 per year. Brett Fuchs, brought a new approach to Missouri Valley College when he changed the format for the housing selection.
Students will come in after they fill out their housing contract. They'll get assigned a random time based on their class standing. So seniors will go first, and they'll get a random time in that, and then juniors and sophomores, etc.
Each tier of housing offers different perks. Tier 1 has smaller rooms and community showers. These are usually where incoming freshmen live for their first year at MVC. As each tier goes up, there is more to offer. With Tier 4 housing, people have the option to have their own room. The housing facilities have their own bathrooms, kitchenette, and Wi-Fi, making them more like apartments rather than dorm buildings. Tier 4 is the hardest to get into because of GPA restrictions, but this gives students a reason to work harder.
It gives people that excel in the classroom the opportunity to get first choice at housing, and it gives little incentive to do well.
This new process gives students more freedom when it comes to housing, so they can feel more comfortable in their room. Students who have not signed up for housing can fill out a housing contract at the school's website, moval.edu. That's Viking Views for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Alex Missey.